already got much more usage in this project than it was in my project pan last year, twice, and that is my second favorite lipstick. Hi, welcome to the Art Up, a place where we do a lot of beauty-related projects. And today, I want to give you my very first update in my very first 25 in 2025 project, where I have to finish 25 products by the end of this year. And before we get into the actual numbers and actual usage, I want to share with you two challenges that I have encountered. The first thing is, I didn't realize how much overlap I had when I put the products into the list. Like, a lot of the products do the same thing. They are similar in tones, in textures, in finishes, which, spoiler alert, makes it very hard to use. Because why would you layer or use two practically same products? I wouldn't. Let's talk about my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Love it, really do. But somehow I used it only 7 times. Why? Because Misha BB cream that I am panning in different project has very similar coverage and finish to this one. That's why Misha took over priority and Fit Me foundation ended up sitting on sidelines. If I could rewind everything and do it all over again, I think I would have picked something different, like more dewy, like my Wet n Wild Dewy foundation, because it gives me a different texture, different finish, and different vibe. Therefore, I think I would have altered between these two products more naturally. And the exact same thing happened to my Essence eyeshadow. Gorgeous shade, but it is practically identical to my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade Strapless. And obviously, guess what happened? I reached for this one much more because I knew that I could finish it faster. I hit the rim, I think within 5 uses, and then I also scraped everything that was inside into this container. So this move pushed this eyeshadow to the back of my drawer and it couldn't even stand a chance to be used during this update. But hopefully, now when I'm almost done with my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick, this one will get much more love. And now also let's talk about my Smashbox Primer. Another good product, it's a blurring one and the same as my Laura Mercier blurring primer that I have in my project pan. So guess which one got all the love? Yeah, not this one. I think I used it like twice. Maybe these things are obvious to seasoned panners, but I had to experience it fully to get it. I am okay with the fact that a lot of these products have a very small check marks because it's a part of process. It's my crash course in learning why variety matters and why you have to plan strategically. The second problem is I totally screwed up my lipstick list. I thought I nailed it when I picked the products in January. I was like, yes, these are my go-tos. I'm going to wear them all the time. But clearly, I was thinking only about winter. Not spring, not summer, just winter. Maybe I was overly ambitious. Maybe I thought I would finish them by March, but now we're in a new season and I'm stuck with 4 practically identical brown lip products. So I got 2 brown pencils, brownish Pat McGrath lipstick, and brownish Sephora lip gloss. They are within one color family, but somehow I'm struggling a lot. I mean, yes, technically they complement each other, they should work together perfectly well, but I am craving variety. I want some peaches, some pinks, not yet another brown pencil. So if I could go back in time, I think I would have kept Pat McGrath lipstick and one of the brown pencils, only one. I would switch the other one into my ColourPop Lippy and picked pink gloss instead of the brown one. So here is a mental note to my future self. Do not plan just for now. Try to think what you're going to wear throughout a year, because Getting stuck with 4 look-alike lip products is exactly why I used Sephora Gloss once, e.l.f. lighter brown once, totally ignoring the darker one, and wearing Pat McGrath lipstick only twice. And that is my second favorite lipstick. Now, when I'm done complaining, let's talk about one of the products that I have actually managed to finish. It is my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and it is my very first rollout from this project. Funny story though, I thought I would finish it in like 5, max 10 uses, but in reality, I don't think you are ready for that. 21 uses. It took me 21 applications to finish this teeny tiny leftover bit of powder. Just how? I was so shocked. Maybe because I was using a small brush and only setting my T-zone, but still, I thought 10 tops. 21 is wild. Some products just refuse to go quietly. Next up is Wet n Wild Pink Eye Pencil. I've used it 14 times so far. It has become a go-to for a quick, soft eye looks. I'm feeling very optimistic about finishing this one. Another product that shows some wear is my iconic London Contour Duo Pot, especially the cream side. I mostly use it for my nose contouring, and let me tell you, it has the perfect texture for that. I've hit 15 uses with the cream and 8 with the powder. I don't love it for my cheekbones though, because mixed with the bronzer, it pulls gray on me. But for nose contouring, it is perfect. So I have used half of my foundation samples. Not for the face, but for a custom blush. I have DIY'd a custom under blushing shade that is perfect for me. And if you're interested in the process, I will link video somewhere here. The other half, that's going to turn into my DIY bronzer because, spoiler alert, I'm almost out of my DIY liquid bronzer. Now, I know that maybe it sounds a little bit like cheating because if you have foundation samples, you're supposed to use them as foundation, but I don't know how you're going to use such a small amount of foundation on your face unless you're doing shade matching. For me, it's definitely not enough for full face, so instead of throwing it in the bin, I thought if I mix all of them together, I might get a perfect creamy bronzer. So for me, it's creative recycling. I only used my setting spray 3 times this round, mostly because my makeup just didn't need that extra hold. But now when we are heading into a warmer season, I think I will reach for it much more. Moving on to my CoverGirl eyeshadow quad. This is the product that luckily have seen some love, especially the pearly shade. I use it not only as my underbrow highlight, but as an eyeshadow, inner corner highlight, and the actual highlighter. There is a visible dip forming in the pan, which makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. I've used it 7 times. The other shades, not so much, just once each. My Revolution Chameleon liquid eyeshadow. I've used it twice as my eyeliner, and I want to love this product. I do, but something tells me that it will dry out before I finish it. Though I've already got much more usage in this project than it was in my project pan last year. So I think I put it as my priority to finish this liquid eyeshadow before the next update. As for my NARS concealer, I used it only twice, mainly to brighten my inner corner. Lately, I've been more into correctors, something like my Rimmel Conceal and Correct palette, which bring brightness for my under eye area without feeling too heavy. So this product was left on sidelines, but I think I have just a little bit at the bottom, so I will just push myself a little bit further to use it up by our next update. Getting back to lip products, yes, I do have more. I have also here e.l.f. translucent lip lacquer that I've used, unfortunately, only 3 times. Usually, I like to line my lips with Essence or ColourPop pencil and then top it off with the gloss. But since I've been so focused on making my browns work, I have neglected this product. I don't want to swap anything out. What I need to do is just sit down and find a Perfect everyday combo for this lip gloss and wear it on repeat. Moving on to some products where I did make some progress. Here is my Say Gel Illuminizer. And truth be told, I thought I would make more progress, but turns out I only need half a pump for both cheeks. Yeah, the whole one, too much. I've used it 13 times and the pump barely moved. Looks like this one is going to stick around longer than I expected. Here is the only non-makeup item in this project. Kilian's Angel Share perfume sample. I've used it once because I forgot about it. During one of my cleaning sessions, I put it behind one of my full-size perfume bottles and it was hiding there ever since. No wonder I didn't see it, so I didn't use it. But I put it back on my vanity and I hope I will reach for it more often. On the brighter side, there are two products that I'm very happy with the progress. First, it's my Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Encourage. I've used it 10 times and usually I get a very good blend. Maybe that's because my favorite way to use it is to apply a little bit of the product on the mixing palette, then use my foundation brush, swirl it around and then dab it on my cheeks. I usually have a very nice fresh look. Unfortunately, I couldn't mark the starting point or the progress because I couldn't see it through the bottle, so we will rely on my numbers. The other product is Sephora eyepencil in the shade Rex. I use it 9 times and when it is freshly sharpened, it glides like a dream. You can do a tight line, you can get between the lashes, you can do a little cute wink, but once it dulls, you will need a brush to do all of that. It is a little bit of extra efforts, but I would say it worth it. Honestly, I will be very proud of myself if I could finish it by the end of the year. Usually I go through pastels because I put them in waterline, but never the dark colors. It will be a big win for me. To wrap everything up, what I need to do is sit down, mix and match my lip products, make sure that I have enough variety and a lot of nice everyday combos that I can wear on repeat. Also, I need to push myself to use up these two products and focus on using my Essence single eyeshadow. Also, it will be nice to see the overall movement of the products. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to read all of them. Thank you so much for spending your day with me. I'll see you next time. Bye!